Honorable members, welcome to the sitting of today, Wednesday, the 25th day of February, 2026 at 2:30 p.m. Clerk confirm that we have the requisite quorum to transact today's business.
Mr. Speaker, sir, the House is not quorate.
There being no quorum to commence the business of the day, I direct that pursuant to Standing Order 36, the quorum bell be rung for an initial 10 minutes or until such a time that the quorum shall be achieved. quorum having been confirmed, we proceed with the business of the day. First order.
Order number 1, administration of oath. Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Honorable members, I have the following communication to make. Honorable members, today the 25th day of February 2026 at 9:30 a.m. sitting, this House had a committee on general oversight in which the County Executive Committee member for Trade, Industrialization, Cooperative Development and Partnership appeared before it for the purpose of responding to questions raised by the Committee on Trade, Industrialization, Cooperative Development and Partnership. During the sitting, honorable members were utterly disappointed by the responses given by the lack of preparedness on the part of the CEC member for Trade, Industrialization, Cooperative Development and Partnership. Further, members noted that the CEC member evaded the answering of various questions, which members found to be a ploy to delay the implementation of the Trade Development and Investments Act. Honorable members, as I noted earlier, I was equally perturbed by those occurrences. I committed to give direction on the way forward in regard to the matter in this sitting. Some members, led by the minority leader, have suggested that the matter reverts to the Committee on Trade, Industrialization, Cooperative Development and Partnership. A majority of members, however, rejected that proposal. Honorable members, as I noted earlier, honorable members, this matter is currently one that is in the Committee on General Oversight. I must point out apologies for that. Honorable members, this matter is currently one that is in the Committee on General Oversight. I must point out that there are no clear guidelines on the operations of the Committee on General Oversight, and we have mostly relied on what is best suited for the circumstances that present themselves. In the current circumstance, honorable members, I'm supposed to give directions on how to proceed with the questioning of the CECM member for Trade, Industrialization, Development and Partnership in regards to the Trade Development and Investment Authority and the fund thereof. I must point out, honorable members, that the matter was initially referred to the Committee on General Oversight by the Committee on Trade, Industrialization, Cooperative Development and Partnership due to non-responsiveness of the said CEC member to the said sector committee. As such, honorable members, I find that reversal of the said matter back to the sector committee will be a step back, and the matter should proceed before the Committee on General Oversight. Honorable members, having said that, the question that should now arise is how the Committee on General Oversight shall be convened and the structure of the question before it. To answer the first concern, the convention of the Committee on General Oversight is a matter that is a preserve of the House Business Committee, and I am not in any way about to usurp the function of the committee I chair. As such, I direct that the House Business Committee does sit and consider the date, time, and place of the meeting of the Committee on General Oversight in accordance with the provisions of Standing Order 32. On the structure of questions to be asked in the committee, I note that members found almost all responses to the questions unanswered today to be unsatisfactory. I thus direct the Office of the Clerk to inform the CEC member for Trade, Industrialization, Cooperative Development and Partnership that he will be required to answer the questions and concerns previously asked and provide detailed reports, and also address the questions raised on the other honorable members. Following the concern raised on the floor, the CEC member shall provide a list of all chief officers who are directly responsible for the problem with these systems. Further, honorable members, And following the concern raised on the floor, the CEC member shall provide a list of all chief officers who are directly responsible for the trade fund since the enactment of Nyandarua County Trade Development and Investment Act. A list of all accounts. A list of all accounting officers of fund, a list of all accountants responsible for the fund, and all persons employed or attached to the Trade Development Fund and their benefit or remuneration per financial year. Honorable members, to provide a solution to the situation we are currently in, I find that the CEC member needs to provide a work plan for the implementation of the funds currently appropriated in the budget for financial year 2025-2026 and a roadmap for the implementation in the remaining months of the financial year. This will restore confidence of the members and provide financial boost to the traders of this great county with a disbursement of Kenya shillings 25 million. Thank you, honorable members. Honorable members, I have further communication to make. Honorable members, I wish to notify you that today, the 25th day of February 2026, we have the honor to welcome the Kenya Girl Guide Association, Nyandarua County. There are a total of 55 students and 10 teachers who are leading the delegation, namely Miss Lydia Ngema, that is the Girl Guide Commissioner, Nyandarua County. In the delegation, we also have the leadership of the students led by Miss Oprah Winfrey. Yes, Miss Oprah Winfrey. Captain Olkarau Primary School. As an assembly, we have a standing tradition of warmly welcoming our visitors, more so students or pupils, as we deliberate on more important matters touching on the county. I therefore ask you, honorable members, to join me in applauding the teachers and students of the Kenya Girl Guide Association, as aforesaid. Finally, I wish to thank the Honorable Paul Ngesha Wambaire for ensuring that the team is accommodated appropriately at the assembly during the plenary sitting today. Thank you, honorable members.
Point of information, Honorable Speaker.
Yes, Honorable Kung.
Honorable Speaker, this afternoon I welcome your ruling on the matter that was here this morning concerning the way we should go ahead with the CCM trade and in the relationship to the Committee of General Oversight. Honorable Speaker, initially in the standing order, the Committee of General Oversight was not there. And as a result of the new dispensation of the new constitution, where the constitution requires that there is a separation of functions between the executive and the legislative body, that is the assembly, what we tried to do in the second assembly by the coming up with the Committee of General Oversight is try to bring in something that was initially there, which we called the question time. If those who can remember, in the National Assembly, there is a question time where the executive or member or the cabinet secretaries by then ministers could go to the assembly and they could answer questions on the floor of the House. That was the spirit, Honorable Speaker, behind the Committee of General Oversight. But according to your ruling today, when you retire, Honorable Speaker, I have a request through your legal team, whether you could explore a way in which we could be able to bring the Committee of General Oversight in a way it is considered as a committee with ability to prepare a report and resolutions. Honorable Speaker, you know, in legal fraternity where you belong, you talk of expanding the jurisprudence of the legal fraternity. And I'm asking, maybe when we invite the CCM here to come under the Committee of General Oversight, what will happen thereafter? Does the Committee of General Oversight have that power to come up with a report and a resolution, or it will be just a question and answer exercise and then it is done? So maybe within within the standing order, the practice and the procedures of the assembly, we are allowed to expand our jurisprudence in that area and see whether within the discretion of the speaker, we can convert the Committee of General Oversight to be like any other committee with powers to prepare a report, with the powers to come up with resolution adopted by the same committee and acted upon, Honorable Speaker, so that we can give more power to the Committee of General Oversight, Honorable Speaker. I am just exploring that. Otherwise, it might be meaningless to have the Committee of General Oversight for answer and question only, and then we leave it at that.
Thank you, Honorable Kongo. Yes, Honorable Gishuki.
Of course, when you make a ruling, Mr. Speaker, you know, we don't dwell so much into it because we may not manage to revert it. What I am not agreeing with the member, or not necessarily agreeing, what I'm asking myself is, if you have a Committee of General Oversight, if you have said that it is going to write a report, who will be adjudicating that report? Because ordinarily, a committee sits to do a report so that it can bring to the plenary for the members to debate it and either agree with them or not. So if the entire committee, assembly has converted itself to a committee, you have even given your discretion to allow for a report to be done. Where will that report be taken? Who is going to approve a report of a general assembly? So I still think like I will agree with him because he's saying using your discretion. He's not necessarily saying what to do, but I also would want to have some bit of information on what happens when the speaker communicates. At what level are you able to challenge a communication? Because from where I sit, a communication appears conclusive, and I would want to know the standing order I can rely on to revisit a decision that has already been communicated by the chair.
Maybe I would like to avoid dwelling on that matter, given that I've already given ruling. It's always good to give members time to explore. However, in that matter, the directions that I've given, we abide by them. But nonetheless, it's not bad to explore and do other things, because that's how we educate each other. But for now, we abide by that ruling. Clerk, next order.
Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Honorable Ngeshe. I hope it's not on the same matter we are coming back.
With your discretion, because
yes.
I have visitors.
Yes.
So you accord me time so that I can welcome.
In fact, I will give you when it comes to statement.
Okay.
That one I'm aware of.
Thank you.
Yes.
Order number 3, messages. Order number 4, petitions. Order number 5, papers. Under this order, there are several papers. The first one is by Honorable Peter Gathungu Kamau, the Chairperson, Committee on Education, Vocational Training, Culture, Gender and Social Protection.
Very well. Honorable Patience Manga.
Honorable Speaker, before I read my report, allow me to welcome the Girl Guide from Kipipili Ward. Honorable Speaker, as the Program Commissioner, Scout Nyandarua County, these are our sister association. And something to note, our Girl Guide is that Girl Guide was started by the Olive Paul, who is the wife of the Baden Paul, the founder of Scout Association. Again, Honorable Speaker, sir, it's good to let the Girl Guide know that the Olive Paul and Baden Paul, they share one birthday, and we celebrate it in every 22nd February every year, and they were buried in Kenya. Thank you, our Girl Guide. We appreciate you. Honorable Speaker, allow me to read my report. Honorable Speaker, on 19th August 2025, Honorable Mwangi Nyaga tabled a letter on enhancement of ECD teachers stipend in Nyandarua County, emanating from Secretary, County Public Service Board, Dr. James Kongo, Consequently, the letter was referred to the Department Committee on Education, Vocation, Training, Culture, Gender and Social Services. Honorable Speaker, in the same letter, the County Public Service Board had acknowledged receiving a letter dated 14th July 2025 from the County Secretary and the Head of Public Service informing the board of the decision of the 4th County Executive Committee meeting held on Wednesday, 9th July 2025. The board had also acknowledged receiving letter from the County Secretary dated 17th July 2025 that forwarded a list of 195 ECD teachers who had been recommended for contract renewal. The board also observed that from the letter dated 17th July 2025, the County Secretary had requested adjustment of stipend of the currently hired 250 ECD teachers. Honorable Speaker, the Committee on Education, Vocational Training, Gender, Culture and Social Protection had a meeting on 24th September 2025 and made the following observation from the letter that was laid in the House. That the County Public Service Board had a meeting on 30th July 2025 and made the following observations. That in accordance with the County Government Act Section 59, mandates the County Public Service Board to make recommendation to the Salaries and Remuneration Commission on behalf of the county government of the remuneration, pensions and gratuities for the County Public Service employees. That the County Public Service Board ratified a scheme of service for ECD teachers on the 1st day of May 2022, which stipulates the terms and condition of service and grading structures and which is already in use for the teachers employed at a permanent and pensionable terms. Honorable Speaker, the letter had therefore sought for the way forward on the matter. Honorable Speaker, on 19 September 2025, the Committee on Education, Vocation, Training, Culture and Social Protection was seized with a letter from the County Secretary on the review of ECD teachers' stipend. Honorable Speaker, upon consideration of the two letters as received, the committee made the following observation. 1. That Section 59J of the County Government Act provides that the County Public Service Board make recommendation to the Salaries and Remuneration Commission on behalf of the county government, send the remuneration, pension and gratuities for the County Public Service employee. Honorable Speaker, aligning the above, the letter directed to the Secretary County Public Service Board dated 14th July 2025 from County Secretary was in contravention of the above Section 59A of the County Government Amended Act that exposes on the independence of the board. That the county has ratified scheme of service for pre-primary teachers that was ratified on 1st May 2022. This scheme of service is the only official document that guides the employment of the ECD teachers in the county, especially for those on permanent and pensionable terms. That the County Assembly has never approved a policy on the stipend of the 10,000 Kenya shillings per month to the ECD teachers. Rather, it was implemented by the first County Public Service Board. The committee was cognizant of the functions of the County Assembly, which are stipulated both in Constitution of Kenya, Article 185 and Section 8 of the County Government Act 2012. Committee observations and findings. Honorable Speaker, in consideration of the above request, the committee considered the relevant legal provisions as highlighted herein under Constitution of Kenya 2010, Article 230, the Salaries and Remuneration Commission, SRC, has the exclusive mandate to advise on the remuneration and benefits of all public officers. Article 232 provides for the values and principles for public service which guides the CPSB. Article 231, a county government is less possible within framework of uniform norms and standards prescribed by an act of parliament for establishing and abolishing offices in its public service, appointing persons to those offices and exercising disciplinary control. County Government Act 2012, CGA, Section 59, 1J. The CPSB is mandated to make recommendations to the SRC on behalf of the county government regarding remuneration, pensions, and gratuities for county public service employees. Section 59A. In the performance of its functions under this act, the County Public Service Board shall not be directed by any person or authority. This underscores the independence of the CPSB, meaning the electives from the County Secretary or CEC on remuneration are ultra-vires and unlawful. Section 8 outlines the role of the County Assembly, which includes legislation, oversight, and representation. It does not extend to executing or directing employment or remuneration functions. Section 33 F and G vests the governor and the CEC with the responsibility for policy direction and implementation, not direct determination of employee remuneration. Public Finance Management Act 2012, PFMA, Section 104(1)A, assigns the CEC member for finance overlaws responsibility for managing the county's public finance. Section 107 requests that county expenditure adhere to fiscal responsibility principles. Section 131 provides that the county assemblies shall consider, amend, and approve the county budget and appropriation bills. Legal position: independence of CPSB. By virtue of Section 59A CGA, the CPSB cannot be directed by the county secretary, the governor, or even the county assembly in the performance of its statutory mandate. The law of remuneration matters in specifically provided for in Section 59 1J and are only required to seek advisory from the SRC on the remuneration. There is an existing scheme of service for ECD teachers which has been adopted by CPSB and approved by the county assembly, which should be guiding document on the engagement of ECD teachers. 2. Role of SRC. Under Article 234B of the Constitution, SRC advisory is binding. The CPSB is therefore the only lawful body that can channel recommendations on remuneration of ECD teachers to SRC in there is need to change the remuneration of ECD teachers from the established scheme of service. 3. Budgetary provision. While the county secretary has indicated that resources are available within the budget, the existence of funds does not by itself regularize expenditure outside the prescribed statutory process. However, if the statutory process under the CGA and the PFMA have been followed, there is no bar of remuneration of the ECD teachers. 4. Assembly's oversight role. The Assembly's role is to ensure that the executive and CPSB comply with the law and to approve allocations through the budget making process. The Assembly cannot direct, approve, or set stipends of ECD teachers. Judicial guidance. County government of Nyeri and other was Cecilia Wageshi Dongo 2015 EKLA. The Assembly cannot interfere with statutory functions of the CPSB. Speaker of the Senate and another was Attorney General and 4 others 2013 EKLR, the Supreme Court emphasized strict adhere to separation of powers. Conclusion: the County Assembly cannot lawfully approve or vary the debates of ECD teachers as it is not its constitutional mandate. However, if the County Assembly through the relevant committee into bracket on education, vocational training, culture and social protection can look into the issue of engagement of ECD teachers to ensure that process is done in accordance with the law as part of its oversight duties. In additionally, the Committee on Education resolved then engage the relevant stakeholders, in which includes the Department of Education, Vocational Training, Culture and Social Protection, Finance, Economic Planning and ICT, County Secretary and the County Public Service Board with the aim of solving primary teachers' remuneration. This was on behalf of my chair, Honorable Gadhogo. And on the same, for verification, we have an extra scheme of service and Itembo.
Thank you very much, Honorable Patience Manga, for giving the House the report. I wish to report that it is duly tabled and the same shall be proceeded as directed by the House Business Committee pursuant to Standing Order 157.5D. Clerk.
Under the same order, there is a paper by Honorable Peter Deji Kiriga, the Chairperson Committee on Special Funds Accounts.
Thank you so much. And for the purposes of our visitors, I want to request, if your report has abbreviations, please elaborate further on what could possibly be the meaning of the abbreviations so that they fully understand what it is we are talking about. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. It's most obliged that we make the statement clear to everybody. First of all, I want to allow me to recognize our visitors who are from the scouting. Madam Speaker, I want to subject a report on the approval of the emergency fund for the months of July and September 2025. Madam Speaker, during its conclusion, its considerations of the report of the approval of the emergency fund expenditure of the months of July and September 2025, the committee observed several issues relating to the utilization of funds allocated for the repair and maintenance of county infrastructure. The matters identified required further clarification, particularly with regard to compliance with the relevant legal and procedural framework governing the emergency fund. Madam Speaker, arising from the observation, the committee resolved to invite the County Executive Committee member, that is the ECM, County Executive member for the Finance, Economic and Planning, the ICT, that is Information and Information, Communication and Technology, to appear before it for further engagement and clarification on the issues raised. Consequently, Madam Speaker, an official invitation was issued through the office of the clerk. Madam Speaker, however, Madam Speaker, through the letter dated 23rd February 2026, reference number, that is Nyandarua stroke FEP and ICT stroke ADM and stroke volume 3 bracket 67, the CCM requested the postponement of the scheduled meeting and proposed that it be rescheduled to the week commencing 10th March 2026. The committee is yet to reschedule and hold the said meeting. Madam Speaker, accordingly, in order to accord the CECM, that is the Chief Executive Committee member, an opportunity to appear before the committee and provide necessary clarifications, the committee humbly seeks an extension of 45 days, Madam Speaker, to enable it to conclude its consideration of the matter and thereafter finalize and table the reports before this Honorable House. Mr. Speaker, this one I'm subjecting on behalf of the Special Fund Committee, which we did it in collaboration with the Secretariat. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you so much, Honorable Venji, the Chairperson, Special Funds Committee. The preliminaries progress report is duly tabled, and the leave sought is well explained and deserving, and so the grant is as sought. So make sure the report is ready within the time that you have requested. Thank you. Let's proceed.
Under the same order, Madam Speaker, there is a paper by Honorable Paul Gesho Wambaire, the Chairperson, Committee on Health Services.
Very well, let's proceed. The Honorable Chair, Paul, the Honorable Member for Kipipiri Ward, please proceed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, before I read out the report, I take this juncture to welcome Nyandarua Girl Guides. Madam Speaker, you see Patience Manga of Scouts, Honorable Patience Manga of Scouts has tried to elaborate the difference between the Girl Guide and the Scouts, and how I wish Honorable Deji was here, because there is a slight difference between Girl Guides and the Scouts. When you go to Girl Guides, it is girls only, and for the Scout you find even the boys there, if not men. So, Madam Speaker, this is Nyandarua County. It is, we have Nyandarua North, Moruai Comprehensive. We have 16 of them. We have Nyandarua Central, that is AC or Karau Comprehensive School, they are 130. Kagaa, we have 2. Wanjohi, we have Kifuruti, they are 15. We have Magomano Comprehensive, they are 27. Kipipiri, we have Kanywa, they are 19. Kamahia, 13. Karuri, that is Gedioro, they are 15. And also Gedioro, that is comprehensive, we have 19. We have Kinagopu South, Kaugi, Wangigeshoke minority leader, that is on your way to, there are 9. So in total, we have over 265. They are around, they are at AC. And this is a representative of few whom the assembly could accommodate so that they can run several things. The climax is tomorrow. They are going to do some work, the activity. They are at disabled or Karau disabled. So it is very promising. because for them, this is a value that is being inculcated in them. And they are the future of our country. And Madam Speaker, allow me in a special way to recognize Madam Redia Gema, the head of that delegation. At one time, we shared the same railroad at one time. The other time, now she is one of my electorate. And also, she is the head teacher for Kanywa. So you can see the relationship. So the Girl Guide, it is for the Nyandarua, but they are hosted at Kipipiri. So you can see we are headed somewhere. Thank you, Madam Speaker. So, Madam Speaker, the Committee on Health Services was duly mandated by this Honorable House to scrutinize the report on the status of the report on the JM, Karaoke Memorial County Referral Hospital Annual Report, and the financial statement for the period ended 30th June 2025. The report has since formed the agenda of the committee meetings, during which members have sought to analyze and fully comprehend its contents. The committee is currently in the stages of identifying issues that require clarification from the medical superintendent. Upon receipt of these clarifications, the committee will be in a position to compile and table its comprehensive report before the House. In view of the ongoing review process, the committee respectively seeks the indulgence of this Honorable House to grant an extension of 45 days to enable the submission of a thorough and conclusive report. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Paul Geshe, the Chairperson, Committee on Health Services. The preliminary report is duly tabled and the leave sought granted. Just make sure the report is ready within the time that you have requested. And thank you so much for the insights on the Kenya Girl Guides Association from across the county. And we request the members to offer their maximum support for them tomorrow as they embark on that very important activity in the community. Thank you very much, Clerk.
Under the same order, there is a paper by Honorable Peter Gathongo Kamau, the Chairperson, Committee on Education, Children, Gender Affairs, Culture, and Social Services.
Thank you very much. We have another report from the Chair, Committee on Education, Children, Gender Affairs, and Social Services. The report on request to approve the designation of towns and centers for the sale and consumption of alcohol drinks in accordance with the Kenya and Nyandarua County Alcohol Drinks Act Control. I can see the Honorable Vice Chair preparing herself.
Honorable Speaker,
Proceed.
the committee have not adopted the report. We ask for more 21 days. Thank you.
Please come again, the Vice Chair.
Honorable Speaker, the committee have not adopted the report, so we seek for more 21 days.
The committee has not adopted the report.
Yeah.
The committee is duly constituted. What could possibly be the reason why the committee has not adopted the report? Is the report ready? Honorable Vice Chair.
Pardon? I've not gotten you.
I'm asking.
I was consulting Madam Joyce, who is a member of that committee.
And that's why I'm asking you. because I believe the committee is fully constituted and the committee is in place. Because you sound like the report is ready but just not adopted by the committee. So why is the why is the report not, why has it not been adopted? There has not been any sufficient reason why 21 days should be granted.
Madam Speaker.
Yes, Honorable Lucy.
The Vice Chair. Thank you, Madam Speaker. The Vice Chair should maybe just adopting a report. I don't think it should take 21 days, Madam Speaker, if it's just adoption. Maybe from your seat you can maybe advise the House if 21 days can take a whole very competent committee to adopt just a report.
Very well, and she's basically qualified what I've said. But let me ask again: what substantive reasons do we have for granting you 21 days? Does your committee sit, Honorable Patience Manga?
Okay, Honorable Speaker, there is so a lot of resolution that we noticed thereafter, so we need more time to consult. And again, as the Vice Chair, I have just consulted my chair, and this also is the answer from the chair that we need more time for consultation, so that there we are asking for more 21 days. Thank you.
Do you have a progress report? Has a progress report been tabled, Clerk?
Honorable Speaker.
Yes, Majority Leader.
I'm also seeking some guidance because the committee has provided you the true status of information pertaining to the issue. Do we compel them? Is it within the powers to compel them to produce half-baked information, and yet the members have sought for 21 days to bring the full report to the House?
Yes, Honorable Vice Chair, you can get the sentiment of the members. Clearly, the explanation, there was no explanation. You just requested for 21 days, and it was expected that the report is ready, or even the progress report. So we need to look at the days you have requested. You have requested for 21 days?
Yes, Honorable Speaker, we have requested for 21 days.
So unfortunately, 21 days will not be granted, because we even expected a progress report. Why don't we give you 7 working days to at least bring a progressive report at least to this House?
Honorable Speaker, if 21 days can't work, 7 days is not enough. We ask for 30 more days.
Please repeat that again, Honorable Patience Manga. Honorable Patience Manga, please proceed. You do that again, say that again. A lot of consultations happening there. Does that committee really sit, Honorable Patience Manga, the Vice Chair?
Honorable Speaker.
Yes.
You have requested me to give the days that fit the calendar, or what? Pardon?
So let's do this, Honorable Patience Manga. Honorable Patience Manga, we expect a report, or either a progress report or a preliminary report to this House on the 3rd day of March 2026. The 3rd day of March, that is, we're giving you at least 7 days to bring a progress report. 7 days to bring, because we expected something, and unfortunately, so please bring what you have before the committee sits now to adopt fully within 7 days. Thank you very much, Clerk.
Under the same order, there is a paper by Honorable John Thu Gashino, the Chairperson, Committee on Lands, Physical Planning and Urban Housing and Urban Development.
Yes, proceed, Honorable Joyce.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to its mandate, the Committee on Lands, Physical Planning and Urban Development has been seized of the consideration of the Engineer Municipality Annual Report and Financial Statement for the financial year ended 30th June 2025. The committee has convened several sittings to deliberate on the said report. However, due to the recent recess of the House, the committee has not been able to exhaustively interrogate the report and conclude its review within the stipulated time frame. Madam Speaker, in order to ensure the committee undertakes a thorough examination of the annual report and financial statement and prepares a well-considered and comprehensive report for submission to this Honorable House, additional time is required. In light of the foregoing, I respectfully move that this Honorable House grants the committee an extension of 14 days to finalize its consideration of the Engineer Municipality Annual Report and Financial Statement for the financial year ended 30th June 2025, and thereafter table its report. I do submit and request the indulgence of the House. I'm doing this on behalf of my chair, Honorable Thu Gashino. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Joyce. So the report was, just like in the case of Committee on Education, the report was expected today. So let's agree that a progress report can be provided within 7 days as you work on completing the report within 14 days. Is that in order, Honorable Joyce? So I give you 7 days to bring the progress or preliminary report next week.
Madam Speaker, what I've provided is a preliminary report because I've said what we have so far done. What we are waiting is information that will be presented.
So the report, Clerk, you confirm that the preliminary report has been tabled? Fantastic. So your 14 days has been granted, Honorable Joyce. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
We proceed, Clerk.
Order number 6. There is a notice of motion. As per your directions, Chair, from order number 5, we proceed to order number 7, statements. There is a statement response by Honorable Zachary Mwangi Jeru.
Thank you very much. We have a statement to be fantastic. We have the majority leader, who is a member of the Finance Committee, I believe, taking that up for the chair. Please proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, maybe just before I give the report, the chairman's report, starting in for my chair, just allow me to welcome the Kenya Girl Guides Association. Indeed, we are very much happy to host them today. And let me just say that it is the right place whereby a good platform whereby character development can be observed. Honorable Speaker, you know, in Kenya Girl Guides Association, this is where when you talk about virtues of life, you will get all the virtues that are principal guidance in someone's life, being obedient, hardworking. It's a good platform. At least I encourage them to keep on moving. They are in the right place. Honorable Speaker, if you may allow me, this is the chairman's belief on response sought by Honorable Limui Kayani on spending from emergency fund. And Honorable Speaker, emergency funding is provided for under the provisions of Public Finance Management Act 2012, which allows for expenditure to address urgent and unforeseen circumstances that could not have been anticipated during the budget approval process. Honorable Speaker, emergency fund is intended strictly for situations that require immediate intervention, including but not limited to natural disasters, public health emergencies, security concerns, and other unforeseen events that threaten lives, property, or essential public services. Honorable Limui Kayani sought a response from the Chairman, Finance, Economic Planning, ICT, and Revenue, requiring information addressing the following concerns. One, a detailed report on the itemized utilization of the budgeted emergency fund for the financial years 2023-2024 and 2024-2025 and the justifications. Two, submission for approval of the County Assembly in relation to the County Emergency Fund for year 2024-2025 in accordance with the Public Finance Management Act 2012. And three, a detailed report on the bank statement on the expenditure on the various emergency situations and report of the list of the beneficiaries. Honorable Speaker, the committee requested the information from the county executive addressing the above concerns. However, the response furnished to the committee was not sufficient, and therefore further information was requested from the Department of Finance, Economic Planning, ICT, and Revenue. In this regard, Honorable Speaker, the committee seeks to be granted 30 days to table a very comprehensive response for consideration by this Honorable House. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, the Majority Leader. The response report is duly tabled and read as provided by the committee. And the Speaker of the statement, Honorable Limui Kayani, I believe, is he satisfied with that? Seems like Honorable Limui Kayani might have stepped out. I think I am fully satisfied by that response, and I grant the committee the 30 days. Thank you. Clerk?
Under the same order, there is a statement to be sought by Honorable James Mwangi-Geshoke, the MCA Engineer Ward and Minority Leader.
The Honorable Minority Leader. The leader of the Jubilee Party. Proceed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I would want to raise this statement, and I would want to start by expressing my disappointment as I raise this statement. This is a statement on a statement, not a statement on a motion. For purposes of making members to remember, we did raise a motion on the floor of this House on matters that touched on emergency enhancement within our county. Madam Speaker, I am coming back again because 7 months later, the requests we had made and the efforts we had made to compel the county government and specific members of different departments to act, they did not. But just before, I would want to recognize that we have the Kenya Girls Association, and we are happy that they visited. By your visit, I have been able to know what you stand for. That there is a mission for the Kenya Girls Association, which is to raise girls and young women to be beacons of integrity, nurturing and championing social services. I had not thought initially that we are also bringing in families and children who are young adults. At least now I have been able to see what I need to look into when I'm also bringing in my girls so that they can be in line with the Kenya Girls Association. I am also happy on the core values of the Kenya Girls Association, which I have come to learn that they operate at a dignity. There is a lot of spirituality, there is servant leadership, and there is citizenry, which are the things that I think every member here, all the other parents outside the entire country, whose children are not necessarily enrolled under the Kenya Girls Association, need to look into to ensure that we are also bringing our girls in line with the missions and the core values of the Kenya Girls Association. Asanteni na karibuni. Mr. Speaker, I like to seek a statement from the Chairperson Committee on Implementation regarding the progress made in the implementation of the resolutions of the motion of empowerment and enhancement on the Emergency Response Service Program that this House adopted on the 8th July 2025. It's good to note that between the 8th of July to now is 7 months ago. Aware that Article 43(1)(d) of the Constitution of Kenya guarantees every person the right to access emergency medical treatment. Further aware that the 4th schedule of the Constitution places the responsibility of disaster management and emergency response services to the county government, recognizing that this House passed clear further aware that recognizing that the House passed clear resolution requiring the County Executive Committee member for health, in collaboration with the County Executive member for roads, energy and public works, to take specific actions within to explore Article 183 of the Constitution and read it together with the Section 104 of the PFMA. It simply mandates the County Executive to carry legislative decisions. So it is not a request. It is the responsibility of the CECs to look into the resolutions of this assembly and act within specified timelines for effect to what the assembly had required. What is important to note, and I want the committee to note, is that Article 183 puts it in mandatory terms, that it is mandatory for the CECs to implement county legislation, including resolutions of the assembly. I will be inviting the Committee of Implementation to consider other legal consequences when an officer is found to be in breach of an assembly resolutions. I would invite them to look at the Powers and Privileges Act of 2017, which has clarity on what should happen when such resolutions are not ordained. But more specifically, I also want them to look at Article 183, Article 185(3), which has which specifies on the penalties and fines. And of course, combining with the powers and privilege, look at that Article 185(3), because it has specific legal penalties. It has clarity that if they are going to be able to fight that deliberately, the CECs who have been given this mandate, specifically it is health and roads, if it is found that they willingly refused to look into this resolution, there is a penalty of money not exceeding 1 million. I would really look forward to what is going to happen to the committee, and I'm just asking them to implore these options because they are available. Or, of course, recommend that a court picks up this matter so that it can exercise its power to imprison the said officers for at least 1 year. That is what the law stipulates. I would also want them to look into Article 185. Article 185 is about the powers of this assembly to summon and cause a warrant of arrest for officers who have willingly refused to implement the resolution of this assembly. It has also given specificity on what can happen, which includes imposing a fine of Kenya shilling 500,000. Mr. Speaker, these I'm just saying, not as punitive measures, but just to remind the CECs that decisions of this assembly are not made in vain, and we do not come to this assembly for purposes of being counted in form of a quorum. We come to this assembly because there is important matters to be done. Between the time we moved this motion, Madam Speaker, because we moved this motion when we had the unfortunate disaster in Engineer where 3 men drowned in a dam. Thereafter, not long before, another case happened in Rorie, and another man drowned in another dam, and we had to get help from Nakuru to even extract a person from a dam who have already lost his life. I think 3 weeks later, in Nyakeo, where your Wakiri comes from, the Wakiri of this assembly, they took 8 hours to retrieve again 2 bodies, which again had drowned in Nyakeo. And again, the county did not have anybody within its... Who is switching me off? I don't know whether it is Geshea because I mentioned him. That,
who is switching the honorable member off?
It's Geshea.
Or you're doing it yourself, honorable member?
It has come back.
All right.
It has come back. I think I will end up by saying, I'll just...
Switch it on again. All right, good.
I was just trying to explain that it is not in vain. That what we are asking the government is just telling it to do its work. To do its work is to do what is proper to help the residents who have given it mandate to be there. It is a bit embarrassing that we'll have to use other governments to come in to help us in situations where we have capacity to do our work. I would, although I had not indicated here, my apologies. And I don't know, I need to be guided by the Speaker, whether it is possible to give a committee a deadline on something. Because I also remember, even as we discussed the executive, I remember that through House business, I have also looked at this matter, and the Committee on Implementation have actually, again, been asked to follow on this matter, but of course it was informally through the resolution of the House business, which was not forthcoming, Madam Speaker. I therefore would want you to be a little firm as you are making the decision to ask the Committee on Implementation to consider this as a special matter and give it the attention it deserves, even as it has, because even when it has all the other responsibilities about other resolutions of this assembly, I would want them to treat these resolutions with the urgency it requires. And if it is possible, Madam Speaker, I would really be asking that within 14 days that they be able to give us the status of this. I thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, the Honorable Majority Leader. I would really love to hear from the Implementation Committee leadership. Do we have the chair in the House? Thank you very much. We have Honorable Kongo, the Honorable Member for Wanjoy Ward and the Chairman Budget.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I can't see my chairman allowed and also my vice chair, but I'm a member of that committee. And I want to take an undertaking on behalf of the committee, Honorable Speaker. But I agree with the seeker of this statement. I feel the pain. I know I seconded. If I can be, I am reminded where I am the one who seconded the motion when it was passed in this house. And I also feel very frustrated together with the seeker of the statement today. And I want to assure this house that this is a very critical issue when it comes to the issue of disaster response. We have lost life in this county. And I want to say it may not be viable for 14 days, Madam Speaker. The committee will be sitting on Tuesday. That will already have taken 7 days. We have to write officially to the relevant committee, department. You can see there are various departments that we need a response from. Maybe we give them at least 7 days to respond. That would take 14 days. We need to scrutinize the response and also invite them for clarity if necessary before we table the report in this office, in this house. So I would seek, because I'm going to pressurize my committee through the chair, that will be given 28 days. It will be more viable for the committee to give a substantive report, and if it will not be attainable, we will at least bring a progress report within the 28 days, if it is accepted, Madam Speaker.
When was this motion brought to the House? The Honorable Minority Leader.
The original motion was brought on 8th of July 2025.
8th of July, and we are on the last days of February 2026. So we are looking at least 8 months since, correct? So, Honorable Kongo, thank you for that reasonable response. But I would like to ask you, has the committee really been sitting and looking into this issue? Was the committee informed that the Honorable Minority Leader will be sorting a response to that matter?
Madam Speaker, I want to inform that immediately after the motion was adopted on 8th of July 2025, it was tabled as a resolution. The resolution was tabled within the committee, and we did submit through the office of the clerk the resolutions to the relevant department in the executive. According to the standing order, they are expected to give us the progress within 14 days, which we have not been able to receive. Thereafter, we have reminded them, as required within the standing order, that they are resolutions of this House that they are expected to address to, of which we have not received any report about it. So in that regard, we have not been able to report to the mover of the motion. And I think we were not aware that he'll be bringing this statement, but I encourage him that he has done so, because now it weighs even the committee and also the executive to look into this matter, because we have been dealing it in an omnibus way, all the resolutions that are passed in this assembly. So now it has become particular and specific that we need to deal with this matter urgently. Otherwise, we have been dealing with resolution every other day, even today. We will have many other resolutions coming from this House. So in an omnibus way, we write to the executive, waiting for response without any criteria or any order that we are going to receive response from them. But by bringing this statement, it has enhanced the urgency now to make sure that the executive work on this matter. Madam Speaker.
Do we have any other member of the implementation committee? Because I really want to understand what the committee has been doing for 8 months since this. I know you have other resolutions from the committees, but 8 months and a progress report has really not been provided. And you don't seem, Honorable Kongo, to even argue on some of the issues that have been raised. Honorable Kongo, you don't seem to even argue or point a few issues that has been raised by the majority leader. You are bringing the issue on the floor, you know.
Point of information, minority leader. Honorable.
Are you a member of that committee?
Not really, but I just wanted to register some observation because
Please do.
As a leader.
Majority leader.
Thank you.
Yes, you are really the majority leader.
Thank you so much. Honorable Speaker, I don't know whether it's quite clearly at this stage, but if you may allow me, I want to register appreciation from the Department of the Firefighting Brigade. The Firefighting Brigade, because I know the concerns have been put. One, because we have been having issues on divers and the rest. But as much as we are also awaiting, Honorable Speaker, as we are waiting to get the response from the committee, it is also quite important to at least to register appreciation on what is really happening. Like 2 or 3 times, Honorable Speaker, I had requested if it is quite in order, it is within the within the law to put that appreciation, because I'm one of the victims.
What appreciation are you putting?
I am appreciating the brigade, fire brigade, quick, swift move when matters of fire is raising within Olkalau. I just wanted, as much as I know the minority leader.
Order, members, order. Let's operate with a lot of order. Honorable majority leader. Honorable majority leader. You understand the matter
that's why
on the table, correct?
That's why I requested. Is it quite in order?
Do we have any matter that has been raised on the honorable minority leader that you would want to clarify?
It is.
In particular?
I know there are very pertinent issues that he has touched.
Madam Speaker, point of order.
Please have your seat, majority leader.
Thank you.
Minority leader, yes.
You see, Madam Speaker, I would want the majority leader to not to bring an argument. I would not want to call it trivial, in the sense that we are not discussing what has been done, what has not been done. We are discussing the policy direction on a matter which is holistic. Having 2-3 firefighters is not a guarantee of a 24/7 call center. It is not a guarantee that we have divers. It is not a guarantee that our ambulances are working. What we are asking the government to do is specific, is a policy direction. Those firefighting equipments that we are having, what policy are they using? Can he stand up here and give us the policy paper that governs the firefighting equipments that are within the county? Can he tell us who approved them when they were brought? Can he tell us who made decisions of the prefabrication? To what extent are the prefabrications effective? What cost element against what requirements? Can he specify those items specifically now that he appears to be able to speak on behalf of such departments? We are specific on what it is that we want, a holistic government policy. Because long after this government and the many other governments that are to come, what will guide what we are talking about? This is not a trivial small matter. I would want him to stand here and stand in for the families that waited for 8 hours and tell them it is okay to wait knowing your son is deep down 20 meters down and there is nothing you can do. I would want him to come and justify and defend that is okay, and that we are going to take some extra more days so that because we have fire engines, so that we can come up with this paperwork. That does not trivialize important issues that are being brought for purposes of ensuring that the government does the work for which it has been elected to do.
Honorable Speaker,
Honorable Majority Leader.
Allow me to respond.
Honorable Majority Leader, you know I have to give you the opportunity to respond because you understand your patience would be very important because I have It is under my discretion to give you a few minutes to do that, really. Because we are dealing with the members of the implementation committee, which you're not a member. But because you're a high-ranking member of this house and the majority leader of this house, and also a spokesperson of the government that is sitting, I will give you at least 2 to 3 minutes to say a few words about that. And also you can mention a few policy, because it is a matter of policy that you have, probably brought to this house in respect to some of the issues that have been raised by the minority leader.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I just like here because, one, I totally understand what the minority leader is driving upon, that for efficiency and proper running of emergencies, we must have policies. But Honorable Speaker, I don't think it is also a big crime that the department, like the road department, which also is working upon the firefighting machines, as much as there are no established policies, it is not criminal offense to have them in place, Honorable Speaker, because what would have been better? Would that have been better if we have fire issues within the county and we are not able to control, or have we committed a very big crime that it cannot be rectified? Honorable Speaker, indeed, I stand firm that as much as we have not yet developed some of these policies, the action of this government, the Kiari Badilisha government, is also moving quite well, because as we speak.
Point of order, Madam Speaker.
As we speak, allow me. It is my time.
Point of order, Madam Speaker.
Majority,
Point of information.
you also have to address the chair,
yes,
so that
Honorable
I continue.
Honorable Chair.
Because if you tell the members to give you a minute, then I have to
It is
kindly request you to sit down, so
Because
that we hear the point of order.
Yes.
You still have your 3 minutes. I think you have one left. We have the point of order from the Honorable Denji. Let's hear him.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Let's hear him.
I'm rising on a point of information. Madam Speaker,
did you say a point of order initially?
Yes, Madam. I want your correction. Your correction.
Did you use that to conveniently say something?
But later I said a point of information, Madam Speaker.
Okay, proceed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise to support what has been debated by minority leader. Madam Speaker, it's very painful. Madam Speaker, you heard that one of the affected ward was mine, which one person drowned and was not retrieved before the end of 5 days. Madam Speaker, we are here now to make policies. I am very, very sympathetic that a majority leader is coming up defending what is wrong and what we can put right as an assembly here to make the government work. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
I think the majority leader is well guided. Yes, please inform the House. Just have a minute, inform the House. It's your business.
I actually want to inform the majority leader.
Please do.
That he's
no, you want to inform the House.
But specifically the majority leader.
Proceed.
That he's treading on an extremely dangerous ground. And if he really was to ask me, he would drop that matter. Because what he's inviting us to discuss a matter I would want him to take a second thought on whether he wants us to proceed. Because if he wants us to proceed on that level, that is what we shall do. And I hope he will not regret the indulgence he is putting when we agreed then to discuss the topic he wants us to discuss. So I'm heavily advising him to go ahead, congratulate the girls who have visited us today, and
Honorable
preferably consider
Honorable Minority Leader, please. let's not take that direction. Majority Leader, would you wish to stop at that point so that
thank you.
for the purposes of moving forward?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Though Honorable Minority Leader is using very unparliamentary language, but because we also behave like a very
Order.
Very
you can still go ahead and congratulate the Kenya Girl Guides Association for being here.
Because we are very mature politicians, I think we will not move in that direction. However, I agree with the members that on matters of policy, we need to move on. I agree, but we also need to appreciate that what has been done, though has not been ratified, it is also quite correct, but
very well.
The government should maybe should be cautious.
Very well,
yes.
Majority Leader.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. You understand that these are matters that have been brought to the House by your colleagues, Honorable Member, Honorable Majority Leader, and some of them appreciate what has been done, and also have to express their views on some of the things that they need improved and some of the things that they need done. We must both agree on that, correct? So I will still go back to the representative of the committee and now ask you, Honorable Kongo, giving these responses on behalf of your chair, how many days do you really think you need to be able to considering that you've had 8 months since this motion was brought to your attention, give us a reasonable number of days that you think you can bring these reports to the House.
Honorable Speaker, because I had requested 28 days, but I also want to answer the question that you have asked.
Yes.
What the committee has been doing since that adoption of that motion, and I hope that the Minority Leader is listening to this. If you understand the mandate of the Implementation Committee, which I'm a member, we act as a liaison between the Executive and the Assembly when it comes to the implementation of the resolutions of this House. So immediately that resolution was adopted in this House, we did our role as the committee by taking over or giving the resolutions to the relevant department.
Honorable Kongo, because
the county secretary.
Give me a second, kindly, before you, please hold on the thought, don't lose it. I want to give permission to our visitors, the wonderful ladies from the association, if they wish to take a minute and walk out for a refreshment or at upstairs at our MCA's cafeteria, and then they can be back. Please, Sergeant, report to me that immediately. Thank you very much. Sorry, proceed, Honorable Kongo.
I was saying, some of these issues, Madam Speaker, it is not exclusively that it is the mandate of the Committee on Implementation to prepare a report and bring it here. What we do, we pass on the resolutions of the Assembly to the relevant department, and the relevant department are supposed to respond. When this motion was adopted in this House on 8th of July, we did so because it is required of us within the committee to do it within 7 days, and we did pass those resolutions. We have also followed the matter, and I want to assure you, Madam Speaker, they have prepared a draft. By 19th of September, there was prepared a draft. And if you listen to the Minority Leader, the resolution number 1 was the most crucial one because all the others are dependent on the number 1, the status of the formulation of the emergency response service policy. And we have a draft. We have followed this matter, Madam Speaker, and this draft is sitting in the department with the Committee on Transport and the Committee Health. Already the executive have prepared the draft. It has been submitted here to the clerk. The matter is with the Committee on transport, roads and transport, and also the Committee on Health. They are supposed to give their input. After input, you are supposed to take this matter to public participation, go to the cabinet, and then this policy is brought here in this assembly for adoption. So this is a matter in progress. But notwithstanding, I agree with the minority leader. It has taken more time. It has taken a lot of time. I think this is a matter, if by 19 September we had a draft, we should have concluded. We should be having a working policy and not a draft. So I agree with him, and I say within 28 days, we are going to make things move, and at least we have a draft in this house, which we can adopt, which will even help us in the budget committee to budget for whatever resolution that were passed in this house to enable to have a whole setup of disaster response unit in this county.
Very well, Honorable Kongo. That response is feels quite sufficient. Minority Leader, are you satisfied with that? Can we proceed for 28 days? Fantastic. So the committee has been granted 28 days to dispense on those reports and report back to the House within 14 days. Clerk?
Madam Speaker, order number 8, there are 2 motions. The first one is by Honorable Isaac Wanjiru, the Chairperson, Committee on Budget and Appropriation.
Very well. Let's proceed with Honorable Kongo, Chairperson, Committee on Budget and Appropriation.
Honorable Speaker, I have the report with me, and it is a detailed report. Madam Speaker, this is one of the crucial reports within the budget process cycle, and it is usually the county budget review outlook paper. After we have prepared the budget, Madam Speaker, this is the marking scheme. What did we do with the budget? This is a report that gives us how the money was utilized after this House appropriated the budget. I wish that all the chairs of sectoral committee are here to see how their departments are faring in terms of implementation of budget. And Honorable Speaker, leading from the mood of this House, I request you, Madam Speaker, that you allow me to move this report on Tuesday morning, so that the members can be able to react to this report, which is a very crucial report. It gives the outlook, it gives the review of how we implemented the budget. It also gives an outlook of the coming budget. So, Honorable Speaker, I request that you allow me to move this report on Tuesday morning.
What reason again did you request for, so that you move the motion on Tuesday morning, Honorable Kongo?
I've explained that this report is a review of the budget that we did, 2024-2025. It is also giving an outlook of the budget that is coming, 2025, 2026-2027. It has raised very serious issues that concern sector on how they implemented the budget that we are able to appropriate. And I am saying, reading the mood of the House,
that is where exactly I wanted you to substantiate. What do you mean reading the mood of the House? The House is correct. We have the honorable members sitting.
Point of order, point of information.
But the chair is addressing the House, honorable member. Would you want to inform the chair or point of order on the chair? So
the House and the chair.
Please have a seat. Yes, Honorable Denji.
Madam Speaker, the House is not quality.
Clerk,
Madam
please. What is it, Honorable Mwangi?
Madam Speaker, the clerk has just confirmed. Thank you. What we are agreeing is that the chair is correct. The document that we would want to look has serious implications on the budget and all that. We have had a bit of an extensive day. We are requesting that we are able to look at that document on Monday, especially morning hours. We will be requesting, Tuesday. We'll be requesting the House business to consider allocating its time in the morning, because it has serious items that needs internalization and decision making. I am in agreement with the chair.
Thank you very much. The clerk has indeed confirmed that the House is correct, Honorable Thenji. And I want to agree that now looking at the time, because we are going to 5 p.m., that indeed the members might want to look at this document when we have sufficient time and when the House doesn't need any extensions. On the time issue, we fully agree, but the House is always in mood to, you know, to continue and to do business. Thank you very much. That has been granted, Honorable Kongo. So we take a look at that report on the Tuesday, the 3rd day of March at 9:30. Thank you. Clerk. Clerk, let's proceed.
Under the same order, there is a motion by Honorable Joseph Kuriadu, the Chairperson, Committee on Sports, Youth Empowerment and Arts.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chairperson, Youth, Sports, Arts and Social Services, Honorable Lucy Kithenji. Proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I seek leave so that maybe we'll be able to table this motion next week on Tuesday. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Considering the time, again, that leave will be granted. Thank you. Clerk.
Madam Speaker, the business in the main order paper has been exhausted. We proceed to the supplementary order paper. And order number 1, administration of oath. Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Please proceed. I have no communication.
Order number 3, messages. Order number 4, petitions. Order number 5, papers. Under this order, there are several papers to be laid by the leader of the majority party.
Leader of majority party, please proceed.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to table the following documents pertaining to there are 9 in numbers. That is solid waste policy, management policy, risk management policy, asset management policy, carbon climate risk profile, private sector engagement framework, IDE plans for Karau, pre-feasibility study and municipal investment plan, municipal grievances leading mechanism system framework, county government urban area, funding criteria for PFM Act, and I'll also be tabling the engineer municipalities, the said policy papers, solid waste management policy, risk management policy, asset management policy, urban climate risk profile, private sector engagement framework, IDE plans for engineer, the study and municipal investment plan for engineer, municipal grievances redress mechanism, framework, county government urban area, funding criteria as per PFM Act, and ISDOP for EG. I'll also tabling the following documents for Mairunya municipality, that's solid waste management policy, risk management policy, asset management policy, and asset register, private sector management engagement framework,
Honorable, how many days again did you say? Please repeat that again.
Madam Speaker, 90 days.
Do you understand that these documents have timelines?
Honorable Speaker, point of information. This document have urgency because within the next 10 days, we are supposed to submit them. Yes, there is urgency on some of these documents because of World Bank funding, so we cannot give them 90 days.
You're not the one giving them 90 days, Honorable Majority Leader. But thank you for the information. Thank you. The Honorable Gitao, these documents have a timeline of at least less than 2 weeks from today. They should be ready on or before the 10th day of March. So in understanding of that time, and how many days do you think the committee
We have another business, Madam Speaker. I request 14 days is enough.
Yes,
Speaker.
Honorable Minority Leader.
Maybe for just purpose of guiding the member and the committee a little, is that the documents they are looking into are documents that have a serious effect on the municipalities, the 3 of them. Their approval is subject to an assessment that is ordinarily done, and it has specific timelines. It is proper for them to know that the assessment will be done on the 17th of March, and therefore, for the assessment to be done, the Assembly must have approved. So I would be advising the committee to work backwards from the 17th, work backwards to see which is the right time frame for they are going to do their domestics on why they are being harassed in terms of time when they meet as the committee. But in terms of the greater good for the county is that these documents must be approved before the 17th.
Thank you, Minority Leader. Let's hear from the Chairman Budget.
Honorable Speaker, and I hope maybe the Majority Leader has communicated this to the government and to the executive. We agree, but we are always at the losing end as the Assembly, and I'm speaking on, I'm associating with the remarks of the committee. Now that this document, I think how many, 20-something documents have been tabled here by the Majority Leader, and now he is rising to tell us 10 days. So it is turning this Assembly to a rubber stamping kind of institution. When did they know that they will be coming for assessment? When did this municipality know that assessment will be coming? Why didn't they prepare this document in advance to give this Assembly sufficient time to be able to look at these documents? We are going to do it, and the committee is going to do it. It is going to bring the report in 10 days because we need the funding from the World Bank. But what if we are committing this county to some very serious issues that will not be able to come out from the committee because they never had sufficient time? So, Honorable Speaker, I know the committee is going to do its part. But it is good to note and to observe that it is unfair, it is not good, the way they are treating this Assembly. It is not good, it is not fair. Otherwise, they are just telling us, bring the document, we return them as they are, we just prepare a small report, we have accepted, we have adopted the report. How do you do 27 reports within 10 days, Honorable Speaker? So, Madam Speaker, let's observe that, and let us communicate in certain terms to the executive. It is not acceptable, and we will not allow this in the future.
Yeah, the honorable members raise very important issues in regards to submitting these reports, the policies and plans at this time. So, Majority Leader, you have something to say?
Honorable Speaker, for sure, indeed, I just feel so much ashamed of myself this afternoon because indeed what the members have registered is quite true. the department is totally frustrating even the leadership of this house, and also they are also frustrating members of the committee. Indeed, as Kongo has alluded, yes, indeed, we shall be able to pursue and to see to it that we have beat the deadline. But however, in future, this is a department that needs to be looked into seriously, because this is an embarrassment even to the system.
Honorable Majority
I
Leader.
agree with them, but it is my plea to the committee, for the sake, in quotes, for the sake of funding and the preconditions that must be fulfilled before we get the funding from the World Bank. Let's put everything into it to see to it that within the deadline or the stipulated time that we have fulfilled or we have looked into these papers, so that at least we get the way forward. But this is a total embarrassment. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Very well. You have called it exactly what it is. So I don't wish to deliver on that. Honorable Gitau, are you satisfied with that explanation from the Majority Leader in respect to this, so that we can grant you at least 14 days?
Madam Speaker, if you facilitate us, we can work day and night for 14 days.
Very well. Of course, this is quite some work, and this Office of the Speaker truly, confirms to facilitate this office to discharge this load of work. Thank you very much. Clerk?
Order number 6, order number 6, notices of motion. Order number 7, statements. Order number 8, motions and bills. Madam Speaker, the business of this sitting as appearing on the main order paper and the supplementary order paper has been exhausted.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member, for your commitment to transact the afternoon business from 2:30 to this time. I wish, therefore, to request that there being no other business, the House does adjourn to the 3rd day of March, 2026 at 9:30 a.m. Thank you.